You guys, I'm trying to gather something real quick. I'm trying to find it real quick. So we got confirmation. Everything's a go. No worries. I'm just looking for something real quick. Let me go get it and I'll be right back. Let me find it. Let me go find it. Okay, family. Thank you guys for showing up today. I'm, I'm a little bit late, but I was trying to gather something for you guys. If everybody can hear me, please put a one in the chat. I'm still trying to get a lot of things set up. I was sending out that link. Our guest is already in the lobby, so you guys make sure you guys can hear what's going on. Okay, because we're gonna start. You guys know how I have to do it. We have to give a shout out to our sponsor, which is Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags. First of all, let me share that with you guys, and then we'll get.
Nora's Closet has a new name and a new website, you guys. It's called Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags, and this is the grand opening. It is open to the public, and we're gonna take a look at it before anybody else do. Nora has the Jimmy Choo collection, handbags and shoes to match. Expensive but worth the price. Shoulder Guess handbag and Louis Vuitton. Guys, she's the queen of handbags. Don't be fooled. And sexy is still in. High heel sandals, flats and pumps. Michael Kors, Chanel, every name brand you can think of. Go over to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags and more and use your W4C and get your discount. Nora's link is down below.
Okay, family. Okay, I'm glad you guys is coming in here, and we've got 176 in the house, and I'm gonna introduce you guys to our guests. Guys, make sure you guys be on the best behavior. Let me get my other uh monitor ready so I can kind of see. So sometimes when I'm looking down, I seen that in the other video. When I'm looking down, I'm actually looking at another monitor and questions. So it's not like I'm asleep, you guys. I am very aware of what's going on. Let's get him in this room, okay? Here we go.
Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
okay. You guys, this is Angela Harris' husband. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you still got your wife's name up there on the screen? So
Mm.
not Angela, I mean Angel, you guys. This is Angel's husband,
Sean.
Roshan,
Yeah, Roy Sean.
Royal Sean.
Yeah.
S3 says hello, husband. Okay.
Mm.
So we might call some people might call you Mr. Angela Harris. You represent your wife also. That's okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
Okay. So Roshan, tell us when did you okay, we're talking about the Maliyah Bass case here. When did you end up meeting Trevion in this whole relationship thing? And we got time.
Okay. Well, um, the actual first time I met Trevion was over the phone, and we didn't have a good first conversation or interaction.
Oh, so y'all had words the first time you guys talked?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Me and Angel were in the car. Angel called him. She introduced me to him over the phone, but he was basically acting immature and saying crazy things. So we pretty much uh we didn't hit it off at first.
Okay. So he was probably upset that you were now in the picture.
Pretty much yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And maybe he wanted to feel me out or first or I don't know.
Okay. Well, how did you feel about her, your wife, bringing in a child that's not hers from a previous relationship? How did you feel about that?
Um I mean it a little uncomfortable, but she's my wife, so I'm gonna back her up regardless.
Right, right. Okay.
I
How old
mean,
was he
I
when you
got kids. I had kids too, so
okay,
yeah.
okay. So how old are your children?
My oldest is 18.
Okay,
My youngest is 4. I got 6 kids, so they're in between.
okay. So you've been a busy person.
Yeah, they love Angel to death. Also, she spends time with them. She's good with the kids, so I
Okay,
could I could understand why she would want to, you know, um, be a mother to Trevion,
right,
and
right,
she doesn't have any biological kids, so
right, right. Before I get started, I would like to say that a young lady called me earlier today. Her name is Dee Dee. So shout out to Dee Dee. She wanted me to relay a message to Angel. So you can relay the message to Angel, um, because you represent your wife. And
absolutely. Mhm.
it's a yeah, it's a young lady down there in Houston, Texas. Her name is Dee Dee, and she wanted to give Angel a virtual hug. She says that she supports her, she loves her, she knows why she does, fell in love with this young boy trying to help, and she loved her, and she just wanted her to know that she got support down there in Houston, Texas.
And we appreciate you, Didi. Very
Okay,
much.
so when you met Trevion, um, let's jump to is there anything we need to know before we get off into the gist of the what happened about Trevion?
Um, um, I don't know. What type of direction do you want to go with the interview?
Okay, so do Trevion was Trevion okay? We know that he didn't know how to drive. Um, did he ever get a job? Did he ever have a job that you know of?
I think I seen one picture where he worked like maybe a couple of days or something, but other than that, no, I'm not aware of it. No, not at all.
Right.
From my point of view, Simone Sahara was pretty much taking care of him.
Oh, she was taking care of him.
From my
Okay.
point of view, yeah, because I didn't see him with any income other than food stamps.
Oh, so he did get food stamps.
Yeah, he got food stamps.
Now I'm gonna
That's,
ask.
that's that's why I was surprised in the video when they went in the refrigerator and there was no food in there.
Right. Well, people sell the food stamps, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
he didn't sell the food stamps though. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, but um, I
You
don't
think they
think.
you think they ate the food?
Well, when they when they reported her missing, they stayed at my house after that,
Okay.
and until I got uncomfortable and asked them to leave. But yeah, that when they came over here, they had food stamps, they had money, and they put those food stamps into the household.
Oh, towards the food and things that you guys needed and stuff, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so they were doing some things, right? Um,
Yeah, absolutely. Like from my opinion, just from knowing the both of them, you would never suspect, you would never think, you would never you it would never even cross your mind. I mean, I seen some things that I didn't like, but maybe I could have downplayed it. Maybe I might have downplayed it a little or didn't pay it well, evidently due to what happened. Um I didn't pay enough attention, but it was small things that I seen, but to me they had seemed normal. So it wasn't a red flag to me.
mm-hmm.
I just knew that, okay, I need to have a talk with him about, this and that. But it was never a red flag or anything that would suggest that this type of tragedy would happen.
So did what made you uncomfortable for them to have to move out?
Uh, I mean, to be honest, pretty much from the beginning, I felt like they were lying.
Okay. Okay. A line about something you just didn't know what, or did you have a kind of like,
I I pretty much knew what, cause don't nobody go to the park at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, I had 6 kids myself, so
okay,
I know how. I mean, if a kid do want to go to the park at 8 o'clock in the morning, it ain't even no other kids at the park. So why would you? You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. Now, I know you were there when they found Malia and your wife came running up. You were already there. I seen you there, right? You were there with the hat on, right? And
Yes,
there was
ma'am.
a huh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
There was a guy standing right next to you, a big, dark, skinny guy. Who is that?
Jamarcus.
Jamarcus? Now,
Yeah,
what is he to you guys?
that's my wife's brother-in-law. He has children with my wife's sister.
Okay, okay,
She was there also, but she was more ducked off. And
hmm,
I seen the camera, so I wasn't trying to be in front of the camera or.
right, right. So, when did you make it to the Bayou?
To
Uh,
the venue.
yeah.
Okay, well, um, I believe because I'm the person who called Quan LX, and I'm the person who mainly encouraged them to do the interviews that they did do, because I felt like you need to make people aware that you have a 2-year-old um daughter missing,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't want to do interviews. They didn't want to talk. They didn't want to do interviews. But because I told them, I feel like it's a good idea, and you'll let everybody know that you don't have nothing to hide. That you should do the interviews. So I
Mm-hmm.
was the person. I was the person pushing that. Um, Mainly why I was stressing that to them, because I wasn't believing their story.
Okay.
So a part of me needed to see how they would react and how they would deal with the situation, so I can make a better, accurate, more you know a better judgment. I didn't want to accuse someone without facts. So once when because she called my wife's phone, but my wife was working, so they called several times at first in the morning when she came up missing.
Uh-huh.
um my wife was like, man, maybe something wrong, let me call him back real quick, because that's unusual for him to call back to back like that. So my wife called. Bam, I think I was still in the bed sleep, and she said Malia's been kidnapped, and like my heart skipped, like like
Right.
you know maybe something happened, something traumatic happened in your life, like you've been shot at or whatever, and you know that's when she said that. I'm like, huh? It
Right.
didn't it didn't seem right then, but you know so my wife, she went down there, and I still wasn't believing it. And I was thinking maybe, okay, maybe her mama or baby daddy or somebody in the family, scooped her up, and they didn't tell her, or a friend or something. That's what I was hoping. So I stayed at the house for like 2 hours, and then I went down there to support them and my wife without being told anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we had problems at the time, so we didn't have transportation. My wife's car had just broke down. I called my mom. I say, Trevion, daughter just came up missing. I need to use the car to go down there and with Angel. So her being the supportive mom she is, she let me get the keys. And so in my mind, I'm like, dang, 2 hours done wasted. Cause now I'm realizing that it's a serious situation before I even get down there. So
Mm-hmm.
we have a printer. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I should take this printer so I could print up some flyers and hang them around, because really I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do if somebody came up missing other than to call police, and I really don't have 100% faith in the justice system. So
Right.
I wouldn't want to put all of my trust in them. I would want to do some footwork and some groundwork on my own. I
Right.
feel better that way.
Right. Right. Now, so when you make it down there, you already have the printer, right?
Yeah, I put the printer. If you see a white Impala, that's my mom car. So I put the printer in the back. I made sure I brought paper. We already had ink because we just bought the computer. We just bought the printer. Um, did I take anything else? Nah, because that was the only thing I knew that might be beneficial in helping her. Maybe somebody see the flyer, recognize her, and you know, those were my hopes. But once I got to the scene and you, everybody was by Trevion's door. My wife, she's breaking down, crying, hysterical. Um, so I go and console her. But even then, you know, it seemed unreal. It seemed unreal, unrealistic. It seemed like I was in a not a dream, but a nightmare, sort of say. And it was kind of, you know, I'm trying to, you know, come to reality and grasp the situation. You know, and my wife, she's crying, so I console her and I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on. So I talked to Simone at first, and Simone told me what happened. And when she told me what happened, you know, immediately I was disappointed at the fact that she said she went inside to
So she told. So what did Simone tell you? Did she tell you the same story about what? What did she tell you?
basically Simone said that she took Malia to the park around 8 o'clock. Um Trevion called her to ask her something. She went to see what he wanted. They were hungry, so she cooked some noodles. She downplayed it at first, and she
She
didn't
said
say.
she cooked some noodles.
Basically, that's what she told me. That's
Okay.
what. Um, she said she cooks. She said she cooked some noodles. She didn't say she closed the door at first at all. She never said that. She made it seem like she just walked to him. They had a little short conversation, and bam, Malia was snatched up. That was the first version, pretty much. Then it went from her walking to him and her being snatched up instantly to cooking the noodles, and then that's when it elevated to the closing the door. That, you know what I'm saying, she finally disclosed that she closed the door. And you know, to me, all those were red flags. But when she very first told me that she took the baby to the park at 8, that right there, I was like, something ain't right.
Right.
Why would you 8 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well.
you go to school like 7:55. That's when you clock in for school. You know,
Right.
ain't nobody thinking about playing. In my apartments, there's only one kid that knocks at my door when my kids are here. He'll knock at my door around 8, 9 o'clock. You know, but out of the 100, 200 kids that live in my apartment complex, he's the only one. You know,
Right.
the other
Right.
kids, they not getting up till maybe 10, the earliest, maybe a early bloomer 9 o'clock, but they not waking up at no 8 o'clock and talking about going to the park.
Right. That's way too early. You
Yeah.
guys, um, we've got 266 thumbs up. Make sure you guys give the thumbs up. We need to hit 300. We're already 25 minutes into this live interview, you guys, and I would like to keep going on, but we need our thumbs up. Make sure you guys give a thumbs up. I'll wait a minute. If you came in the live without giving a thumbs up, please go back out, give a thumbs up. If you're over here visiting, we thank and appreciate every least one of you guys. We don't ask you for nothing but a thumbs up so other people can get notified that we're live and can come in here and enjoy the live interview with someone that knows some things about the things we don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody, one of the mods in the chat, let me know how many thumbs up we got so we can proceed. We've got 530 people in the live. April said, I'm so sorry for your loss. And thanks for sharing with us. 529 in the house. 312 thumbs up. Okay. we keep on going because we got to get those thumbs up because people come and they go. So I know how many we need to have. Um, so did Simone one time change the story to somebody came into the house and got the baby?
Nah,
We heard that.
I never heard that. I don't know where that came from. Basically, her story was she left her at the park, went to the house for a second. She switched from not closing to the door to closing the door to and the time frame in which she stayed in the house, that changed. At first, it was like a couple of seconds, then it went to a couple of minutes, then it went all the way to 5 minutes. But after I asked her what happened, um, she had went to talk to the police officer or something. So that's when I took the opportunity to ask Trevion what happened, you know,
Mm-hmm,
and he pretty much told me the same thing, you know.
mm-hmm,
Um, but
mm-hmm.
I think he was the first one to tell me that she closed the door or something like that. But okay, so all that was going on. I let him know, you know, I'm here to help y'all. I'm gonna be here until we find her. Initially, I thought that they was gonna find her. You
Hmm.
know,
Oh,
that's
so
what.
you believe the story?
No, 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 no. I knew, I knew, I knew something was wrong. Something was off with the story.
Right,
But my concern was devoted to finding her. You know,
right.
the big guy you talked about that you seen in the video. You
Mm-hmm,
know, he was kicking in vacant apartments.
mm-hmm. Trying to
Any
go. Yeah.
trying to find her. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of support. You know, um, when I had first pulled up there, and people were willing to you know do whatever you to find her,
Okay. Um.
whatever we could do. Now, when I first did arrive there, it surprised me because I didn't see it wasn't a lot of cops. I was like, whoa, if this is a 2 year old girl that's been kidnapped, they should be locking down. You know, I was pissed off. I'm like, if it was a Caucasian girl, I know I would see the news. You know, that's just how I felt. You know, immediately
Right.
when I didn't see no cop cars, but then too and two, you know, the main police officers that were there, they wasn't in uniform and they were in unmarked cars, you know.
Oh. Okay.
So just in their defense, I ain't trying to bash them. I'm just telling you, you know, how I felt, you know,
Right.
with me first arriving on the scene.
Right. So you call. What made you call Cornell X?
What made me call Quan LX? Okay, Malia. We like once
Okay.
again, you know, my main concern was always trying to you know find her because you know I didn't I had just really she just started warming up to me and her just started to um to bond. You know, she started
Mm-hmm.
calling me Papa, which nickname came from my wife, of course, but you know she would call me Papa. So
Mm-hmm.
I only been around Malia that week. That week they came over here before she came up missing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I would say about maybe 10 more times from me and my wife visiting Trevion and Simone.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the baby with any bruises or
No, ma'am. If I would have seen something like that, you know, I probably would have beat Trevion up.
I mean, did anybody ever go over to their house and check to see how they were living?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. When they
So,
first moved, like, okay, they stayed, well, like what I call it the front. You call it the back, whatever. It's just like the projects. You got the front, back door. You don't
right.
know which is a, but I called the where they initially stayed at first. They were in a one bedroom, which was small.
Okay.
Um, it just had the bed. It's a studio
Oh, it was a
basically.
studio.
It's yeah, and I was like, man, well, where Malia gonna sleep? But they young. They only what 20, 21, 19.
Right, with one kid.
I was actually kind of, proud that they were that young and they had their own apartment
They're trying to
because
do.
yeah, it took me a little minute to get to that stage and they were already there and I'm expressing that this is why, you know, I didn't it never dawned on me to like watch them and observe them more because I felt like they were on the path that they needed to be on.
Now, what about okay, so on Cornell, do you know Cornell or did you
Um,
just
I met Quanell X before, briefly at a Walmart in Pearland. I just
hmm
happened to see him. Uh, I read a couple of books, so I know about the Black Panthers in Black history. Period. I like history, so I read up on things like that. So I was already aware of who Quanell X is. Well,
right.
yeah. So
But
and
how did you know to get how did you know how to get in touch with him?
I mean, it ain't too many people that who can you get in touch with? If you
I mean,
who do you call?
yeah, but I mean, did you didn't Google him or anything? I mean, how did you get his number?
Okay. You probably have you heard anything about how I got his number?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, basically, all right. During from the beginning of the when they were first calling it a kidnapping and whatnot,
hmm
Trevion and Simone, their phones was off, which that was another red flag for me because when it came time for okay, who do we call? Who I I would give my number. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving my number. My wife is giving her number,
Right.
and they had phones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the
And
phones
then
was cut off.
all of a sudden, yeah, their phones was off. All of a sudden. Now I might have Trevion phone might be off, but I don't think Simone phone never really be off. They gonna keep one phone on. And that struck me odd that all of a sudden both of their phones are off. And when it came time to give the detective the a number to be contacted, it was like, when you take somebody to dinner or something and you wait for them to pay. Yeah, that's like it's like he was waiting for us to give them our contact information. So because of that, them not giving them any, I don't even think they gave them a Facebook or Instagram or anything. And once again, my concern was Malia's, you know what I'm saying?
hmm
So I gave him my number. So the news people, they would contact me. The police, they would contact, well, mainly the police. I let my wife deal with them, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the police never called my phone, but the news people, Taisha Walker, I'm
hmm
sorry if I got the name wrong, but she reached out to me, and when she reached out to me for an interview, I declined the interview. um but I asked her, could she um give a message to Quanell X. She said, I could do something better. I can give you his direct number. So when she gave me the direct number, I called him. I called him and he came. I mean, I feel like I had to, do something for Malia, you
Right.
know. And
Right.
even at the same time, I'm already doubting their story, but because, it's my wife's son, I gotta support her,
Right.
and give her time to make her own judgment. But from the very beginning, I was telling her, man, baby, I don't, something wrong. Something ain't right. Something ain't right, and I don't know what to tell you. I say, in the long run, it might be an outcome that you ain't gonna want to see because the situation it was too weird.
Right.
It was too weird, and
Have you?
especially after because I asked the police. I said, "Do you think maybe it's the baby daddy?" And so once we got the details that he was at work, okay, it was like, well, who else could it
Right.
be? From what
Right.
I know, she's not even from here and hasn't been out here long. So, I
Right.
mean, who else do we call? So it kind of was looking like somebody could have kidnapped her, but who would be outside? Sex offender, rapist, whoever, criminal, drug dealer. I think was it Sunday?
No, I think it was I thought it was a Saturday. Family, was it a Saturday that the baby came up missing? August the
It's the
they said
twenty
August
second.
22nd. She said August the 22nd.
Yeah, and I don't know if I don't remember. I want to say it was a Sunday, but it might have been the Saturday. But still, 8 o'clock in the morning, nobody gonna really be outside like that.
Right.
Nobody.
Somebody
So,
will know what that date is.
yeah. So I tried to, put myself in a kidnapper's point of view, like what what would I, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, even if I was a kidnapper, ain't no way I would be out at 8 o'clock in the morning trying, but I don't know. But the whole thing just seemed weird, So
Okay. It was a Saturday.
it wasn't.
So have Trayvon or Simone tried to get in touch with you or your wife yet?
No, 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 no.
No.
Actually, Trevion said him and my wife had words, so I don't think he would call. And pretty much he knows that that we know what they done. So why would they call us?
Right, right, right.
I mean, we go at first, okay, so they did they two interviews. The first interview, when they did the first interview,
Mm-hmm.
when they came back, I was like, wow, they did their interview like they committed a crime, like they covering up something.
Is this the interview when he was talking about the dog and the helicopters running out of gas?
Well, the interview I'm talking about is when the police took him to the police station that
Oh,
that same day that they reported Malia missing.
oh.
Yeah, right. The rain, it started raining real heavily.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I kind of felt for Simone, losing. Like I got four daughters, I got 6 kids. So
Right,
I sympathize with them. I only
right,
sympathize with them. It was raining real bad. You couldn't even search because I almost thought it was gonna be a storm. So we did leave and come to my house for I think for about an hour, maybe an
mm-hmm.
hour and a half. I just wanted them both to calm down. I didn't know then that they was faking. You know what I'm saying? But I
Right,
realize now that they was faking.
right. So instead of them looking for the back, so okay, on August the
Trevion,
22nd,
Trevion and Simone, they wasn't doing a whole lot of looking though.
They wasn't doing a lot of looking.
Nah, they didn't look. To me, if you had a video and you would play it back and you could play it back, you would be like, huh? You know what I'm saying? You'd be like,
Right.
why she ain't doing that? Why is she not? You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't there the first 2 hours when the dog and the helicopter and all that. I wasn't there. But when I arrived there and I heard that, and I was disappointed. But then again, Trevion, he'll talk himself out of, well, try to, but you know, and all that was a part of his plan, his scheme.
Okay.
And you could pretty much tell that was he was the thinker of out of both of them.
Oh, he was the thinker. He
Pretty
was the
much.
smart one.
I'm I'm not saying smart. I'm not saying
Oh, he
because
was
they
the one that
couldn't
make the decisions.
was making the decisions. Yeah, pretty much
Now,
directing the show.
do you have you seen him touch Simone in
No,
abusive way?
if I would have seen that, it would have, nah, I wouldn't condone none of that.
Okay. Um. Now, your wife did mention that they would, this is after the situation, and they came to come and live with you guys. That they would
Yeah.
stay in the bed all day and not
Yeah,
get up till.
man, I would tell my wife every day. I say, man, baby, uh, they took Malia to the park at 8 o'clock in the morning. I say, since they been here, they don't wake up till 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like I had to prepare her for the worst because I knew that she wanted to be so supportive of Trevion and Simone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she gave him the benefit of a doubt because uh relations, you know what I'm saying? But I knew I had to prepare for reality because like I said from the beginning, I knew that like something's up, I was thinking maybe, before they found the body,
Mm-hmm.
I was basically thinking, maybe something crazy happened, or maybe somebody just took her. But as time went on, I'm like, whoa, a baby costs. Ain't nobody just gone. Know what I'm saying? Now a rapist, they'll kidnap somebody, is that situation. But hopefully it's not that situation. Hopefully, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, man, I hope the baby daddy got it. I hope the
Hmm.
baby daddy got it. If the baby daddy got it, we know she good.
Right.
Um, if a stranger had her, they a law-abiding citizen would have took her to the firehouse. You know, but
Right.
that never happened. And time went on, and that's when I'm like, man, this ain't some. I don't know what to call it, man. I hope they find her, but it's not looking too good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once they found her, once again they called my phone. The news reporter,
Mm-hmm.
Taisha Walker, she gave me Quanell X number. She called my phone, and these are all red alerts in my head because I'm like, you know, I'm not a biological nothing.
Right.
Why all the calls coming to my phone? They should be coming to your phone. It's like you not some, but this is my white people, so I kick back and let her, you know, deal with the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I would want her to do this and let me handle my people. I got my people. I'ma handle them. You
Right.
handle your people. That's how we work things out, deal with situations. So yeah. So I
Oh,
wasn't. Go ahead.
okay. Regina's in here, and I'm gonna ask some of these questions that's in the chat room because I've got some questions of my own too. Regina said, how do you feel when the baby they found their body? How did that make you feel?
Man, ooh. To be honest with you, like, I haven't cried in a long time. The last time I probably cried was when I was 13 and my godmother died. And that like reminded me of that, or anyone that I got a lot of people, friends that then passed away, but okay, nah, I take that back. When my closest friend Gerald Spalding was murdered, that was the last time I cried, and that was like 2009. Um so you know it ain't it's a hard feeling. It's my wife had never seen me cry, but she seen me cry that day.
Well, they said that this baby had put it like this. Let me go because we've got a family member in here. Had blood force trauma all over her body and beaten with a hanger or extension cord. And one person down there, I don't know if you know, his name is John Morris Dean. He was
Mm.
with Simone's biological mother down there.
No, I never met him. I hadn't, baby, you could bring me the charger. I never met Simone's mother
Mm-hmm.
until the situation occurred.
Because I think at one time he said something like her face was beaten. They was not going to have an open casket. So I think that's what got everybody upset, that it wasn't just her lower part of the body like she got a whooping. I mean, beaten to
That's
the point where she was not recognized.
that's why that's why I feel if you was to ask me my opinion, if we was just watching the news and I didn't know Trevion or Simone, and if you ask me my opinion, I would say Trevion did it, because I mean you had to have a lot of anger and aggression to do something like that. Like I say, I got 4 daughters, so I
Why
couldn't
why
I
would you
couldn't
think that Simone would let him just beat her child like that? Was she very submissive where it's like, okay, it don't matter?
I
Or was she
mean,
fight back?
yeah, yeah. I mean, she wasn't. See, the weird thing that, like, okay, so it's like, um, I just started. Me and Trevion just started, like, I just started like going around him. Like I said, the first conversation wasn't good, and it was over the phone.
Mhm.
So, bam, when we met face to face, there was no problem, no static, no, no disrespect at all. You know what I'm saying? That's face
Mhm.
to face, this contact. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, um, that right there to let me know, okay, he immature. But then he explained to me, he explained to me like he was trying to protect his mom. He wanted to maybe run me off before he even met me, you know what I'm saying, to make
Right.
sure she was straight, type of thing. So I said, it's cool. We can start over. So we started over, and I tried to be supportive as I can.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, me and Trevion will play the game 2K basketball. Um, Father's Day, I bought him a Gucci belt, and when my wife told me about what she seen in the picture, you know, we were kind of contemplating, did he or she assault her with that belt? You know.
Hmm. So you respected him, and he kind of started respecting you.
Yeah, you got to give respect to give respect, to give respect, and I'm older than him. I got I would have to give him advice or something,
Right.
which I would have done, but I don't. I mean, the situation is bizarre because, like, like I said, it wasn't a lot of smoking. Uh, it was nothing to alert me that this would happen.
Right.
You know what
Do
I'm
you
saying?
think that do you
And,
think they did some other type of drug other than weed?
I mean, you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it. They murdered a 2-year-old girl. It
Right.
had to be something. They're good. They're good at hiding shit. Excuse my language. They're good.
Right. Well,
They
to some
they
people,
got
because his lying he is the worst pretender ever. I was like, oh my goodness.
yeah, he's lying, but he know how to
Finesse.
nah, I'm not gonna say finesse because you can't. But he knows how to perpetrate. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? There's a good perpetrator. Me and my wife, we believe now maybe they been doing this to her. But like I said, I never seen anything that would alert me because when they come to my house, I
Hmm.
don't I never had to watch them. They bathe Malia. She always had on clean clothes. Um she was taken care of. Like I said, I felt like okay, they doing pretty good for 20-year-olds. For some 20-year-olds. I felt like they was doing good. I ain't gonna lie, when I had my first son, I was still living with my mom. So, to see them in their own apartment, uh,
Hmm.
I felt like, okay, I ain't gotta watch them like that. Like they grown. What can I do? I can't get in their business, and I'm not even related to them biologically.
But was
Yeah.
did Trayvon have some kind of mental um
Trevion.
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 Trevion, however you say his name, Trevion.
Do he have mental problems? I mean, due to his situation, I mean, maybe certain things happen to certain people that they can't deal with. Certain people go bankrupt, jump off the roof. Certain people bounce back from that. He said that he never spoke to me about how he was treated in when he was in CPS, but my wife mentioned some things. Um, and I'm talking about before this happened. And even when she mentioned it, just from being around him, I I let it go in one ear out the other. Like, okay, well, it's nothing. It's because I didn't see anything that would make me suspect that something like this would happen. Now, the things that I didn't like that I seen,
Hmm.
okay, when they would be at my house, I started noticing that Trevion would be like, "Let's go outside." He would tell Simone, "Come up, go outside. We finna talk," and they would go outside and talk. And when he started doing that, that's when I started telling my wife, I'm like, "Man, why he take her outside like that? Like, what's the secret? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like to where he gotta take her outside like that. I don't know. Maybe it's trying to make it seem like he was being a gentleman about it or something, but I felt like he was on some bully type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get her away from everybody, and
Yeah, yeah.
he
So
didn't
he
want
can
nobody to
control.
see his actions.
Yeah, but that's one thing I wasn't liking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, and and when Malia was over here, it was me and my cousin Alicia. We was in my room, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
Trevion was in the living room, and Malia, you know, she when she was here, she would run back and forth to my room all the time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll sit there and play with her a little, but you know, not a whole lot because I hadn't been around her that long. Like I say, we were just like I was just trying to warm up to her, you know. I try to you know develop a bond with the parents, and then once I develop a bond with the parents and realize and get to feel them out, then I, you know, warm up to the kids more. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
that, that's just how I function. I don't just mess just you know be too friendly with anybody kids, because you don't want your kids to be friendly with just anybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't want, like, I got
Right.
daughters, so if me and my friends sitting here chilling, and I know my daughter's 3, 4, 5 years old, I don't want them jumping all over my homeboys and all that. Know what I'm saying? That ain't the way I would raise mine. You know, I let them know, hey, you this grown folks, y'all go in there. You know what I'm saying? None of that friendly stuff. They got bad people out there, and from what you see of this situation, it's a lot of crazy people out there. You never know. You never
Right.
know.
Exactly.
And
Um,
if you knew Trevion, I don't think you would even guess that this would happen.
well,
Honestly.
people that is they have a troubled life. You may not know what their troubles were, but you don't never expect them to do that, especially when you care about them. But and it don't have to be him. It could, I don't know. It could be. What do you think about the mom? Do you think the mom could have? Because Trevion is saying
Mm,
that she beat that baby with a brush.
but see, man, you gotta have to do something like that, man. You gotta go through military training and something to not have no heart, no soul in your body whatsoever. I couldn't fathom doing something like that to a kid. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Mm,
Could she do it?
no,
She would have to be you had to be messed up in the head. A 2-year-old.
right. Right.
First off, like I said, I got 6 kids, and I
Mhm.
I went through the terrible twos like 6 times, and you know, and probably been some stepkids out there too. So like a 2-year old ain't gonna it ain't nothing you can you know what I'm saying? Maybe a pat on the hand.
Mhm.
That's about it. You know, you got in when they at that age, that's when you training them.
Right.
You letting them know what to do and not to do. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you know, with my kids, if it's something dangerous where they can hurt themselves, yeah, I give them a little pat on the hand. Hey, don't do that. That's just to protect them. You know what I'm saying? But as far as crying and all that, I'm not
Right.
gonna put my hands on them.
Yeah. Well, the baby arm was broken as well. Not Gemini, not the baby's leg. The baby's forearm was broken as well. I mean, they really beat this child. Um, mm,
I didn't get to see the pictures. I never went downtown. The detectives never asked to talk to me. Even if they did, I wouldn't have had nothing to tell them because I really ain't deal with Trevion like that. And the
right.
reason being, it's other reasons it's other reasons that, you know, like
Was he trying to be a doughboy?
Nah, I couldn't see. I couldn't see that.
Sometimes that's why people stay up. I mean, they sleep all day. It's because they trying to do work at night, you know.
Yeah, Trevion's lazy. That's why he sleep all day. I mean, just from knowing him, like before all this, to me, dude, he wasn't a bad person. But now that this done happened, it made me realize, okay, so this why, okay, so he was perpetrating. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You know, you hide, you don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. So
Right.
I feel that's the type of person he is. You know, he perpetrate like the whole week that he was here. When he when he would converse with my wife, he would
Hmm.
say yes ma'am, no ma'am. Like, come on, you grown. Why are you talking like that?
Right.
When any other time you on the phone talking fly and like you know he when he on the phone with my wife he'll play, and sometimes he'll play to the point where my wife got to tell him, hey, that ain't how you talk to me. I'm your mom. Know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to me with respect or don't call my phone at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you guys help them out a lot, like with money and
A,
whatever?
a few times, yeah, yeah. Like I said, they came here and stayed here a week before that happened because they didn't have no food pretty much, or the lights was out. I don't remember. You know, my
Right.
wife said, hey, they gonna chill here for, okay, that's what I'm gonna say.
Right. Right.
So they chill here, and I think well, Simone had got an unemployment, and that's when they had cut unemployment, and they
Hmm.
had a little argument then because Trevion was telling Simone, hey, they gonna cut that, so you can't be thinking that you gonna still get that 1,400 or whatever. We gotta you know what they saying in the media, so we gotta prepare for the that check getting cut down to 400 or 300, which it did at that time. And they was disappointed, like, you know, that
Right.
the check wasn't that much. So still they went home. They went home and I guess they paid their light bill. I think
Was the lights off or was it not
I
transferred
want
over yet?
I want to say I don't know. I don't know because see, like I said, okay, after that, after that, I ended up bringing food. I had cooked some oxtails and some neck bones, and so I think he had called, and um I dropped them off some oxtails, some neck bones. I made sure I put some fruit cups in the bag for Malia. I made sure I put cereal in there. You know, the stuff I put look like mainly for her. You know, my wife had took some stuff out, and I seen what she took out, and then I added more to what she took out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm gonna ask you one more question, and then we're gonna probably take a look at this video. But I want the people that's in the chat room, because some of the questions that they have here, I really don't need to ask those questions. But
What are they pertaining to?
you know, let's look at this video. Let me see if I can get it. Let's look at this video real quick. Um,
Which video is it? The Bayou
well, yeah, when they found her at the Bayou,
at
when
the
they
Bayou.
Bayou,
Mhm.
Bayou.
Bayou, 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 tomato.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find it.
What what did you notice about that whole?
Well, you know, I want to know, like, especially when he ran up that hill, no one didn't stop him. I mean, was he just standing there? Because we don't know what happened before. Like, was this just a reaction thing? And
Mm,
I don't think some people in here haven't seen the video. So I wanted to share the video and then we're going to discuss it a little bit.
okay. Yeah, I seen that video. My thoughts was, man, I wondered if he thought that they was gonna arrest him right then and there.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me go in here.
My mother's in the video too, also.
Okay.
Hey, friends and family, this is SP News Nuggets. You guys, I want to share a video with you guys. I know you've seen it before, but I want to share this with you because I've looked over this video. I was working on it, but we do have that interview today. But I want you guys to take a look at this because this is the family member that we have coming on, and I want you to see what happened when they found Malia. Here we go. Hey family, this is SP News Nuggets, and today you guys, I want to share with you Nora's closet and all the beautiful things that she has. Everything that a woman loves. This is 2020, you guys. Nora has all your accessories over there. She has your Versace, she has your Gucci, and your authentic handbag. She also has your perfume. If you guys are looking for Chanel or CK or Gucci, this is the place to be. Make sure when you go over there, tell her SP News sent you. You're not going to regret it. Are you a Warriors for Children and she'll work with you? You can walk on the runway with this one, you guys. I guarantee it. Yes, family members. They are right there at the site of
Okay, this
Maliyah Bass was
So
found.
that's you
And
and your
this
wife,
is
right?
yeah, this me
Trayvon's
and my wife.
um, mother
Right.
slash um, mother. Basically, she raised him, or she was there for him as a mother, and so I'm going to respect that. And she basically knows
I,
this young man,
I
I
know
I,
it, Joe.
uh, just
I
like
was
they're
I
known
would say
for him
mother because
as a
I
mother,
don't think
and
his
she
mom
loves her
really
granddaughter. And so
deals with
right
him.
here, I'm just sharing this
You
with
say
you
she's
for
his
what
mother because
actually
his
happened
mother's not
Mm,
really
when
in
they
his
have
life.
found Malia.
I don't think
And
so.
so I
No,
just want you guys to take a really good look
Okay,
at this
so she's
because
she's mom.
for
pretty
a
much.
while
Yeah.
we
I
did not
mean,
know who the lady
if
was.
they needed
And we got
some
a hold of
or
her,
whatever,
and she's going to be on
they
our
gonna
show.
call her phone.
Right.
They stay with us.
Okay.
You know, something like that happened to me. I would want my mother and my father. I would want them to be there for me. But you, yeah.
Okay. Let me try to stop that.
Out of everybody there, my wife was the most distraught because she's the most genuine person there because she dealt with Malia.
I'm trying to cut this off because it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So your wife was very devastated.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And when Trevion, he was standing right next to you.
Yeah. Well, actually, he had went under the caution tape.
Hmm
I wasn't gonna pass the caution tape up, and
Was he just standing there first and then decided? Do you think he wanted to see was
yeah,
it really her?
I think he had went to the caution tape, and then because you could see a blanket, you could see a body closer to the bayou, and it had a white sheet over it. So common sense tell you, that's the body. So I think he stood there first at the caution tape, and then I think I can remember him going under it, and like he tried to actually go to the body. Simone fell out. Simone fell out like, but the body was way over there type. You know what I'm saying?
So the baby wasn't on no floaty or anything.
I Now you couldn't see that because they had the white sheet over it. But from what I could see, what I could tell, no. But if you look in the video, after pretty much after everything was over with, they I didn't know, but they got me and my wife on camera. I told her let's walk down further, see if we see anything like the toy, because they were talking about um they put the toys in the pillowcase when Simone took her to the park, which to me was odd too, because I'm not gonna let my kids go out the house with too many toys, especially a whole pillowcase. You
Right.
going to the park, you got monkey bars, jungle
You got
gyms,
toys.
you got the whole playground is a toy. So what? Why you need a pillowcase full of toys? These though, there's just something else that struck me as odd. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But we walked down there to see if we could see anything, to see if which houses had video camera, because we were thinking that somebody dumped the body there. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? That's basically what we were thinking. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, we were thinking because someone said that they seen a bike riding around. Uh the person that lives right there, it's a house right there. It's a park on the side, but closer to where her body was found, um before you get to I guess you would say the hill or whatever, where it goes down into the bayou.
hmm
It's a house right there, and that person said they seen somebody on the bike, circling back and forth, looking suspicious, and
hmm
they didn't call the police or nothing that night. They just noted it in their brain, I guess, and I don't know if it's true or not. But I think they did have a video camera. But the person, that's not the person that found the body. It was a lady jogging along the bayou, um early in the morning. Not or I forget what time it was, but she was jogging. She noticed something in the bayou. She went back home immediately, and got her husband, came back with her husband, and notified police.
Right. Oh, it was early in the morning.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. But I don't want to confuse anybody, so I didn't want to, you know.
Okay. Do you mind taking some questions?
Yeah, yeah. Any question y'all want to ask? I mainly anything dealing with, I could tell you about Trevion's character. I could tell you about Simone's character, only short term though, because I wasn't around them like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless
Mm-hmm.
they came to my house and I took them to a party, with at my people house. Uh I think once or twice, and but they were antisocial. That
Oh,
that kind of struck me as odd also, and
right.
it, and that what made me. The more I started feeling like maybe I gotta chill with them more to figure them out, figure what type of person you dealing with, because you know I'm gonna be around, he gonna be around, so we you might as well just get the bonding, socializing, whatever. So that was my plan, to try to bond with him more, and to get to know him, because if I have somebody around me, I want to know what they capable of.
Okay. So I wanted to ask this question. So when they left your house, first, who was the first one that left? Was it uh
um
Trevion or Simone?
hmm, Simone went to rehab.
Did she go to rehab first before Trevion left?
Yes, ma'am.
So-
My wife and Simone. Well, see, we didn't know, but while they was here, I believe, and we pretty much know that Trevion was beating on Simone. You know what I'm saying? Um, I would be in the room, I hear a bang or something, and I was like, man, what's going on? What's that? And they'll make up a lie. Oh, uh, something fell, or At first I was naive, and then I'm like, nah, that ain't. That's like, what I'm saying, second, third, some going on.
Oh, so you guys heard some stuff, but you didn't never see it, but you heard
Nah,
some
I
banging.
seen, I seen, I seen. It was one incident. Yeah, yeah. I seen something. I told him, bro, you tripping. Um, like I said, I heard that bump that one time. Um, I thought something of it, but the benefit of the doubt, and they grown. Like, what can I do? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Um, Simone wasn't forthcoming. She didn't say, and she was calm, cool, calm, collective, like it was nothing. No, no, know what I'm saying?
right.
So I guess the second or third time, I'm like, uh, me and my wife, cause they was sleeping in the living room. So me and my wife, we go in the living room, like, man, what's going on? And I see Trevion had his hand over Simone's face, like it was weird to me, like he he had it. Hold on. He had his hands over her face like this, and he was pushing her face against the wall. That's when I'm like, hey, what you doing? You're not finna do all that in my house, bro. You tripping? Why y'all you finna go to jail? You already got too much going on. Like this too extra. Like you
Right.
tripping. And I told him I had a little conversation with him, but probably went in one ear and out the other.
Mm.
But I just let him know, like, nah, you can't do that in my house. Like we on that ain't. I don't put hands on your mama, so why I'ma let you put hands on her? You know what I'm saying? So I told
Mhm.
him to tape down. Uh, nah, you can't do that in my house.
Mm.
And that's when I'm realizing that he been putting hands on him. You know what I'm saying? Because it was too weird. Like, and you could tell, like, what I realized, whatever he okay, because Simone was in rehab, and Simone had a conversation with my wife. And me and my wife, well, I did. I made a. I was breaking one of our rules, not coming home, whatever. So on our coming home late. So I wrote it on my bathroom mirror. I wrote "I love you" and all that in lipstick.
Mhm.
And it's been on there for a little minute. All of a sudden, is smudged. So my wife asked me, she was like, you smudged the mirror? I was like, nah, I ain't do nothing. I ain't, why you asking me what you mean? So my wife ended up talking to with Simone at the rehab, and you know, at the rehab she was more comfortable and more forthcoming, and she said, yeah, he smudged her face against
The mirror.
the mirror, you know. And so that's when my wife really realizing, you know, hey, man, so you mean to tell, why you say, she told her, why you didn't tell us, why you didn't say something?
So Trevion just been doing. How do you say his name?
Trevion, you said it right.
Okay. So Trevion been just doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Base, that's what I'm saying. To me, now that I can see the whole situation, I realized, you know, he was doing his perpetrating. He was
Yeah.
playing the role.
Even after Malia's death, he's still torturing the mama.
Uh, I mean, well, he cussed her. You talking about Simone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe he told her something in one of them videos. You can see him. You can see him. But like that's his that's his whole card right there. That's how he survived. He didn't never work. Never work. I never seen him work. I think I seen an Instagram picture with him with a vest on, a safety vest. Um, but I mean, I don't see what income he had. He wasn't going to college. But
Right.
the dude, he wasn't a dumb dude though. But I could tell that he observes people. He observes people. He observes you. Because like I say, we play the game. So, you know, my habits of how I play, he observed that. Know what I'm saying? And that's how he reacts. So as I'm playing the game with him, I'm relating how we play the game to him, and I'm actually really understanding him more. And now that I look at the whole situation, I understand him more. I see him for what he really is. He'll perpetrate. He's good at hiding shit, hiding stuff. You know what I'm saying? He could do that. He
Mm-hmm.
can hide something in you. And Simone, I guess she was the perfect girl for that because she was submissive, you know. And he had when they came over here, when they left, they were talking about doing some type of scams. They said they had got like a blueprint on how to do scams or something. And um so that's what they were talking about. So when they left, that's when I'm thinking, okay, they finna go get on that whoop de whoop. Know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what they do. I don't have nothing to do with that. I didn't even bring it to my wife's attention, you know. And maybe they wasn't gonna start running scams. I don't know. But what tripped me out was um Simone was willing to go with it, along with it, to do the scams and everything. Simone, she even asked me, you gonna help us? I'm like, nah, I get
What,
legal money. You know, those
what,
days are over. I'm not
yeah, what kind of scam was they thinking about doing?
uh I don't know. I didn't go into deep. I didn't go into
But she was prepared to do it with them. Okay, we froze you guys.
that's that I seen how she was so willing to participate. Like he probably could have, like, say if he got the game on the scam, he probably this this is what I feel he would have did. He would have had her run the whole scam while he sit back and play the game.
Mm.
For real,
What
and she
what
would have
game
did
did he like to play?
well. Crazy. The Call of Duty is what he liked to play. the game with the shooting and all that,
Right.
uh, headshots and all that violent. Me, I play sports. I only play 2K and football. I play the uh Call of Duty, the zombies where you kill a zombie. I play that. Me and my wife, we sit up here and play that, because she don't play sports. So yeah,
Okay.
but he mainly played Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna open up the line if anybody wants to call in and ask the question, because me trying to read y'all question is not happening. So go ahead and call in, you guys. And let's get those thumbs up. How many thumbs up do we have? Mods, I see y'all working that chat room. Shaquaya, bye.
And ask me a hard, tough question.
Hey, this is SP. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you for coming on. I want to thank you for speaking. Um, I wanted to ask you about the days leading up to them getting arrested. The interaction. Did you like? I know you probably said it, but can you give more detail? Did you see them, talking in the corner, or I know you said they were asleep, but
And
you,
see, that's mainly what I can give insight on because they were at my house. And
Mm-hmm.
man, they look to me, they look guilty. Everything they did pretty much they look guilty. They wasn't calling the detective like a normal parent would in that situation. They wasn't calling the detective. The detective didn't even have their number. Like I say, they was calling either my phone or my wife's phone. You
Mm.
know, and
oh, okay.
Simone's mom, but we were not in communication with Simone's mom. And when Simone's mom did come to my house, we didn't have not even one conversation really. She came, talked to Simone, bam, left. And which was I was like, whoa, what type of you come to
Okay.
some house, you should, speak to everybody. And then it's a little girl that got that well, yeah, we knew we found her in the bayou. So it's a little girl that got murdered. You should talk to everybody. We don't know who did it. I mean, talk to everybody, introduce yourself. So you can, hey, do you come in contact with it? Blah blah blah. What's your, know what I'm saying? I
Right.
was disappointed in that. But
Can you can you tell me did they say anything? Well, like I know he went to your right,
okay.
but is there any reason?
Something that was weird to me is like when they found the body. They were concerned with when they would this they were concerned with the time frame of the death basically. It was like kind of like they didn't know it that's how I started realizing that she
I'm
was
talking about
dead.
Simone and Trevion.
Yeah,
They was asking.
Simone and Trevion, conversations between them two. Like, I'm trying to give you perspective so
But
you
they
can
wasn't
better.
sure. They wasn't sure. They was like with the whole father information. They wasn't sure when she actually.
Nah, Trevion and Simone, they know when the baby, when Malia died because they evidently killed her. But they told us that uh she was came up missing on the 22nd, but she was already dead before the 22nd. That's what I'm saying. So they were concerned with would they find out that Malia was already dead before the 22nd, basically.
Mm.
Okay, and I wanted to go back to the grandmother. I know Trevion is, um, in relation. I mean, he has a relationship with your wife. But is there any reason why Simone, like, did she tell you why she didn't go to her mother's house?
Okay, hold on. You saying did she tell Simone?
Did Simone tell your wife or you why when you guys wanted them to leave, why did she go to rehab? Why she didn't go to her mother's
No,
house?
no, we never really asked Simone to leave because she had already made up her mind to go to rehab. But my wife was letting them know, hey, y'all, y'all been here a minute, y'all need to get y'all apartment and y'all get unemployment. No, well, Simone gets unemployment, and they were doing a 199 move in over here, and
Mm,
I'm like, man, I don't really wanna. They come and rest, and they gonna come to my house. Like they need to get their own house where people want to kill them and beat them up and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be involved in all that, and I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to help them or anything, because I don't condone no violence towards children, people, period. But a kid, man, don't
right.
call me for real.
Can I
But
ask you
yeah,
a question? Hello?
Go
hello.
ahead, Rich.
Okay. I, I thank you for answering that question because that was another question I had. But when she first came in, is there any reason why or did she say any reason why she didn't go straight to her mom's house when they
Her
left the
mom,
apartment?
her
Like,
mom, from my understanding, her mom lived in Arkansas.
Mm,
Her mom left her in Texas. I don't know, Dallas. I don't really know how they met, I just started dealing with my wife and she started taking me around them, and I had just got to, like, you know, at first we would just go to their apartment, chill for an hour or two, play the game, uh, and chill. I had just started inviting them to outings with my family, so you could connect both families. And I seen that he was antisocial, so I kind of slowed down on that. Like, what's the point of bringing you around everybody and you and Simone way over here, like ducked off, y'all not mingling with nobody or anything. And that's what kind of um, put me on game about his persona.
okay.
okay, I want to thank you again for taking the time and actually speaking. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
calling in. All right. Hey, this is SP. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Chicago Love.
Hey, Chicago Love, what's going on? Y'all hold the calls, please.
I'm trying to get the question.
Okay, you hold on, young lady, because Chicago Love is in the house, and people's gonna be mad at me if you get cut off. And this thing is saying, I got so much. I appreciate you coming through here.
I got some questions. I'm sitting here listening. I've been watching the whole interview.
Okay, you're gonna have to speak up though. Let me see. Go ahead, Chicago Love.
Okay, I just have a question for you. I respect you and your wife.
Okay,
I can't understand.
Okay, I'm sorry.
hold on.
I had an echo back.
Hey, everybody, hold the phone calls. Let Chicago Love ask this question. We're gonna give her the utmost respect. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to know when y'all came back from finding the body, how were they acting in the car the whole ride back?
Okay, when we came back from finding the body, you got to understand at that point in time, we're grieving. I know me and my wife was grieving, and the other family members. I'll give y'all a little insight. Okay. Um, when we around that point of time, a lot of people from my wife's side of the family, they were all coming to my house to give Trevion support. Um, but Trevion was distancing himself from them. He would either go outside, go chill on my patio, or he would go in my room. And to me, that's a no. So once he went in my room, yeah, this is like the first time they came over here, like the day that we found the body. So uh I told him, you gotta come out of my room, bro. You can't be sitting in my room, that's my privacy. Anywhere else in the house, you cool. You can go in the refrigerator, whatever, but the room is off limits. And you know, he brought it to his mom's attention, and she asked me to just, you know, Angel is a loving person. She wouldn't condone no, you know what I'm saying? But her first instinct is to love. You know what I'm saying? And now looking back at the situation, really, I was right. He should have came out here, faced the music. I feel it was it was getting to him. He
Mm-hmm.
couldn't be around him. People asking him, "Hey, what happened? What happened?" over and over. He didn't want to deal with that.
Is that
Hello?
did that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you. Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry. One more thing.
Okay.
I understand. I know you said Angel. She sat down. Well, we heard Angel's part. She said she sat down. She watched the funeral. Um, when the funeral was going on, was they watching or were they just like not even paying attention or they didn't or anything?
You say you're asking me about the parenting skills of Trevion and Simone?
No. I'm trying to see when the funeral was going on. I understand.
Okay.
Angel said she took her both sides. She had to watch it. Did they watch it at all? Do you know?
Did they watch the
Mm,
funeral at all?
Basically, bro, that's another red alert. My wife, she was the only one putting it on the news. When it came time to watch the news, it was like that was something they didn't want to watch. They didn't, they never was like put it on the news. That's what I'm saying. It was, to me, it was a lot of red flags that were starting to go off because they weren't keeping in constant contact with the detectives. My wife was, or, I was trying to find an outlet. That's why I called Quanell X. And that's why the first day when she came up missing, before I had even went down there, I had already called Channel 12 and Channel 13 News, and they had already let me know that they would be there and that they were en route to the scene. Before I even had got there, I had already did that, and I had took the printer with me so I could, pass out flyers, so people would get familiar with her face and hopefully find her. But they didn't have no answers. They didn't have no answers. They had, you know, they weren't in contact with the detective. They really didn't really watch the news like that. And
So basically, he was lying the whole time on his Facebook.
yeah, all they were trying to do was perpetrate. So
Mm.
we wouldn't apply pressure to them, which like I said, from day one, you can't fool me. I was already, up on game, but I told my wife, I say, now, I don't really believe him, but that's your son. I understand, and I mean, she showed me something. Like would have my son done some guy? I pray no. None of my kids will never do anything like this. But I mean, what if I was put in this situation and what would I do? Would I just turn my back on my son, or would I, show him some type of love and concern? And my wife is a loving person, and initially that's all her concern was, to show love to a grieving father. You know, that's it. But she didn't, she tried to give him the benefit of a doubt. Because she didn't want Trevion to be no murderer. She didn't want Simone to be no murderer. So yeah, every day she was hoping, and just hoping that somebody did kidnap this girl. But I'm telling her, man, you need to prepare for the worst. Like, she would get mad at me. She'll get a little frustrated. Like, why would you say that? I say, baby, you got to look at the circumstances, like, of how everything took place. When he got in a fight with this guy at when he called the police and said she was missing. He beat up a gypsy dude, and he was trying to say he thought the gypsy dude had took Malia. Basically, that's what he was insinuating. And I was like, bro, why do you think? Why I was like, why do you think he took her? He say, man, cause he was looking strange. I asked him, did he see my daughter? He said no, but then he came outside with a car seat. I say he came outside with a car seat. I was like, so why would that make you think that he got Malia? He was like, man, because he came out with a car seat. I say, do he have kids? He was like, yeah, he got a house full of kids. So I'm saying that's not normal. That's not facts. You can't just go around, putting your hands on. You got to focus on finding your daughter. You know. So he threw that accusation out there. He threw the accusation about the manager running a prostitute ring. Uh, there, so he was trying to throw you off, but I didn't believe none of those. Like I told him, like even like the next after that, the next day, you know, he asked me a dumbass question like, would you I apologize. He was like, uh do you believe that the manager could have did it? I say, man, that's far fetched. And I say, man, you saying that this manager got arrested for sex trafficking. I say, can you pull it up on your phone? Really, I'm picking them. I'm peeping them. So I'm picking them like, can you pull it up? Show me. Know what I'm saying? Because I know you done threw about 3 leads out there that make you look guilty. Why you throwing out leads? Let the police determine, facts. Not no, you trying to throw us off. Know what I'm saying? That's not gonna work.
Right.
You want us to go off of what you said. If we go off what you said, then you should have found her by now. Know what I'm saying? So those are the things that alerted me. Like Quanell X said, it didn't pass the smell test.
Did y'all help them take some stuff out of the apartment?
No, not us. No.
So y'all didn't help them move nothing out of that apartment at all?
Nah, we take out of Trevion's apartment. What would we want? I got a PlayStation,
No,
2
I'm
flat
saying
screens.
because when we saw the videos of the women, and from my knowledge, nothing was touched in that apartment from anybody taking anything out. But when they started recording, when they first went to that apartment, so he was basically trying to claim that everybody stole his stuff and everything like that. When you ever
Yeah,
been to the apartment, what you said?
well, okay. I kind of see what you getting at now. What he claimed, what he told us is that a chick named Jasmine had the key, and yeah, he said somebody named a female named Jasmine had his key. Uh, he said that she he said that she left the key for him inside the window. Know what I'm saying? For him to get. But like I said, he's antisocial. So while he's saying all this, I'm like,
That makes sense.
you, you antisocial. You got friends because every time they call us, they're at the house, and Simone and his arguments be like, man, I want to get out the house. Like, I want to go somewhere. I'm tired of being in the house. Like, immature little kid type arguments. You know what I'm saying? So when he said that, he gave. I don't even. Why would you give somebody your key? I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. And Simone was saying, cause she text the girl, and she was like, "Where my stuff at?" The girl was like, "I think this is what she say." She said, I didn't see the text, so I don't know." Know what I'm saying? But she said that Jasmine said she has her TV, but everything else is gone. Know what I'm saying? And she Simone got mad, and she was like, "But see, that's what I'm saying. They're good. They're good, especially as a. I mean, they ain't the smartest, but they got uh, an equal effort and teamwork when it comes to making up lies, because that could have been a lie. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see. I didn't see. I went in the house like when I first went there. I went in the house. My wife had went in the house. Now, did she see a TV or whatever? Like, I'm thinking about a little girl life, like TVs and radios wasn't registering in my mind frame, at that point in time. And I was hoping that it wouldn't. I never thought that it would end up as a murder. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't uh I wasn't on no investigator type stuff. I was only there to give support, and I was hoping that we would find Malia.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. My last question. I'm pretty sure it wasn't their idea. Whose idea was it to have cake and balloons and to do all that for Malia?
Cake and balloons, really, that was my wife and um kind of their idea. I mean, we felt like we had to do something for Malia, and the women in the family. That's what they decided to do. We had a we had a seafood broil too. We had a seafood broil that the same day. We had seafood, and we had we got we. It was so crazy about it. They made shirts for Malia, and we
Oh.
released the balloons and everything. Yeah.
Oh.
I will tell you that I think Simone, while she was here, she was throwing up. Like, she even took a pregnancy test. So I believe what happened was getting to her. And I started to notice that Trevion was consoling her more like a fall partner, and not know what I'm saying? Not a grieving wife. By the text, the way he expressed himself and took concern into how she was doing, like, emotionally. And I think that's another
Sound like
reason
he was
why
trying to
she
make sure she wasn't gonna tell on him. That's what it sounded like.
exactly that too. But they both was in it together. So one
Right.
person say something, they
Mm-hmm.
both guilty.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I know I still one more question. Was y'all there when they was answering questions from Facebook? Was y'all around when they was answering those
Yeah,
questions?
yeah. I mean, but I'm not friends with Trevion on Facebook. I wouldn't want to be friends with him because we not in the same circle, and we ain't gonna talk about the same thing. The only thing me and Trevion could do is play the game together. After we play play 2-3 games together, I'm gonna go
Okay.
in my room and consult with my wife for the rest of the night. You know, I'm that's it. Like we don't know the same people. We don't do the same things, and that's what made me realize. You know, I could only be like I really ain't even trying to be a stepfather, but you know, you know, whatever my wife asks me to do, I'm a supporter. You know, like I said, Father's Day, Father's Day, I bought him a belt for Father's Day, and they asked for money. If my wife didn't have it and I had it, hey, I got it. I take it to him. I ain't tripping. And you know, every time that we took them money or took them food or something they needed, you know, I was always the one to take it to them. And every time I took it to them, because you know they moved out their first apartment into the 2 bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I'm like, okay, they moved from a studio which was too small. Cause you know, Malia, where's she gonna sleep in the studio? They moved into a 2 bedroom. So, you know, that made me feel, you know, more comfortable with the way they was upbringing her, you know. And I have never seen Trevion spank Malia. I never seen
Raise his
Simone,
voice?
huh?
What about raising his voice at her or anything like that?
What did she say? It didn't.
What about raising his voice at her? Did he ever raise his voice to Malia?
Not nah, nah,
Okay.
nah. Honestly, no. I mean, in the beginning, you might could see on Facebook, I probably made 1 or 2 comments defending them, but just 1 or 2. And after that 1 or 2, I never did because I pretty much knew, know what I'm saying? I just the only reason I doubted that it was them because their character. I didn't think they were that savage enough to do something like that. You know, because they're always in the house. They're antisocial, but you know, antisocial people they end up being serial killers and all that. But yeah, as far as their character, I never would have thought. I never would. I never. I never would thought they could do something so so out of line. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have any more
But
questions, Chicago Love?
Besides the fact that I heard that Trevon's father came out there, did he come to your house and stay, or did he
no,
come out
no,
there and
no,
visit
no,
him? Period.
no, 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 no,
No.
no. I
Oh,
never even I never even seen Trevion father. Something that struck me as odd is that how do you lose a child and you not with your biological father and mother? And that's something I told my wife. I was like, I understand that you know you try to take on the role as a mother, but if the mother and the biological mother and biological father is not, they ain't nowhere. They
around.
ain't, we
They do. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And like I love Malia. I didn't get that much time to spend with her, you know, so I had a little bond with her. I can't say, hey, like, know what I'm saying? Like we 3, 4, 5. I can't, perpetrate and act like, we were super close, because we didn't get a chance to kick it like that. Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Uh and I think Trevion didn't because it like I said, one time she came in my room and me and my cousin was in there. And this struck my cousin. This is why she a red light went off in her head because he came in there and like kind of snatched her up and told her and brought her back in the living room like you staying here. And my cousin was she looked at me. She was like, "Did he just do that? Why he do that?" I was like, "Man, he weird, kind of weird." Like, so
Right.
that's how I looked at it because that that was the only aggressive thing I have ever seen him do. You know what I'm saying? Was that right there? So you know, but yeah, then me and my cousin were like, "Wow, why?" But I'm thinking is I don't know. I don't know why he did it. But now I see why. You
Okay.
know, maybe she could have had a bruise on her that day and he was worried about me seeing something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why he did that. That's what I think now as I look back.
Right. Okay. We need those thumbs up, you guys. Is it because I have to stop this live if we can't get those thumbs up. How are we gonna have almost 1,000 people in here? And 600 only thumbs up. That's crazy because 500 people done came through.
How many thumbs up my wife got?
We almost up to 1,000, and we ain't even got almost half of that in thumbs up, and 500 of them went out.
I know everybody's been waiting to hear this interview. Come on. Like, seriously? I don't know. What's your name? I'm sorry?
SP.
No, I know you.
Oh, Miss Angela and Rashawn.
Yeah, Roy Sean.
Roy Sean.
Yeah, Roy Sean.
Thank you for answering my questions. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you and your wife for being there for them. I don't even know what else to say. It's just crazy.
Okay.
I didn't mean to disrespect y'all on my channel or nothing like that.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay.
I mean, it's like,
Yep, we
you
just
know, people hear things and they, that's another reason why I decided to come on there because a comment my wife seen of your Chicago love, and I felt like, okay, well, let me go on here and explain so you'll understand how put yourself in a mother perspective. She's a loving, caring person, and they knew that. That's probably why they called her and told her, "Hey, Malia's missing," because they knew she was gonna come here, let me give you a hug. Come here, she's a loving person. You see, that's her first instinct to be a loving mother. She has no kids. She wants kids. So she wants to raise somebody and give them all the love that someone else couldn't give them, and that was the bond between her and Trevion, and I feel like he used that his to his benefit because they could have called us, like, you call us for money, you call us for food. If Malia was crying, you could have called us to come get her.
right.
And that's why I say it could be something more deeper than we could ever fathom. You know what I'm saying?
I got
Especially,
I got to answer some more of these calls. They're teaming up on us.
I'm sorry. Thank you for having me on, you all.
All right, thank you. That's all right. I'm sorry. This is SP. I'm so sorry. Go right ahead.
Good evening, SC. This is Betty from DMV area. Am I live or not?
You are live.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at you all, and I hear him talking.
Oh, go ahead. He can hear you.
my name is Roy Sean.
His name is Roy Sean.
Okay. I think his last name is Mr. Harris. Am I correct?
Yes.
No, you're correct.
He said, no, you're not correct.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, at any rate, good evening to you. And I extend my condolences from the metropolitan area of D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. I just wanted to say that I am here in the nation's capital, and to hear such a tragedy, it really saddens my heart. I watched your wife the other day, and I can feel her pain because when you come into a child's life, like she did at such a late age, that boy was already damaged. And the one person, I felt her when she said, the one person that he lied to, it should not have been me. He should have told his mother, and she called herself.
Hold on. Could you? I can't really. I want to hear what you're trying to say. Hold on. Dang. All right, I'm gonna just try to deal with it. Go ahead.
I was only commending you and your wife. That your wife took on damaged goods. That young man was already.
Hey, bring me some headphones.
When she entered his life,
please.
There was not much that she could have done. The sad thing is, when this young lady met him,
somebody called, so like it knocked the volume out. I can't. And
I don't know.
Do you hold on? Do you want to hang up and come back in the room? Roshan, he's saying he can't hardly hear you.
Okay, I can hang up if you need me.
No. Somebody called.
I declined the call.
Can you hear us?
I don't think, because I can't hear him now. I mean,
I can't either.
Let me see. Say something.
Can you
hear me now?
I can hear now. I get that. Okay.
I was only commending you and your wife.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, but I mean, it wasn't enough to bring it back, and we just did what we felt like we needed to do, especially because they wasn't putting forth the effort to even try to get answers for it, So that's why I called the news people, and that's why I called Quanell X, and that'll let you know we.
I just want to ask this one question. Was the baby not being tracked by social services? Because I was a young mother. I'm sorry, I can't hear him. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. She said, was the baby being tracked by social services? Can you still hear?
Not to my knowledge. You talking about like CPS or anything? I don't think they never. That's what I'm saying. They never had, other than Trevion cases, which I'm not really aware of. The situation brought all that to my attention, but yeah, it wasn't he, like I say, like if you would have met these people a month before all this, you would have never suspected. You would have you would have had no red flags really. And from what I realize now, as far as the abuse towards Simone, I think when he beat her, like he do it in a way to where he can conceal it. But I heard the neighbor said she heard screams. Maybe they were Malia's or maybe they were Simone's. I don't know. They say she got death threats and move. I don't know those facts, but maybe that might be something that the police can look into or use, or something that will help the case.
It's just so sad that at the end the baby lost her life. Thank you, FT.
Thank you.
And to give y'all some insight on Malia was smart. She was, I think, was she about to turn 3? She was about to turn 3, but I already thought she was 3.
Yeah, I thought she was too.
I thought when you hear her talk,
she was about to turn 3.
She was about to turn 3. She was 2. She talked good. Like for me, like I said, I got 6 kids, and she talked good. So, like I said, I don't know. Me and my wife don't know what happened when they go home. You know, it's ain't no telling. We don't know. We have no idea.
Oh,
And
okay.
from now, just from the way everything ended, you know, we sit up and we ask each other, man, was he doing this before? Was this a routine? Um, I mean, we don't know. And so because we don't know, we don't want to talk to Simone. We don't want to talk to Trevion. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they need to talk to God and ask him for forgiveness.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, caller.
Hi, SP. Hi. I think she said her name was like Roshan.
Yeah,
My
it's close enough.
basically just answer my question. I was gonna ask you, since they've been in jail, have they tried to contact you guys or?
No, not even one time. And you know, Simone had a smile on her face, and to me, I feel like that smile was directed to us, to like we played you, like, know what I'm saying? Because we Trevion, man, he was so happy to that you know me and my wife let him uh stay here for the little bit of time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He expressed that to me while we were playing the video game. Hey man, I appreciate you I very much. You know, these are things like huh? If your child came up missing, why wouldn't I take you in? Why wouldn't I extend my hand to you?
Right.
Would not sympathize with you and you know, if we family, you go through it, I'm gonna go through it with you. I'm gonna support you the best way I know how. So when he, you know, expressed those things towards me, that those are the things, you know, made me look at him more like, man, you really did that. And
Mm.
you know, really, I stopped coming to the house. Really, I told my wife, you know, then he got two killers in the living room. I don't. I go in my room. I lock the door when I sleep. You know, because
Mm.
you don't know. We didn't know they was gonna kill the little baby. Like, who ain't nobody gonna know if they gonna kill us. So you kill a baby, you'll kill anybody. Already know you finna go to jail for life. Why wouldn't they take my life? You know,
Right.
and that's another reason why, you know, I kind of told my wife to, you know, don't talk about all that. Like cause she was talking to them because we had like, I think like it was like a week, like probably 2 weeks later, because they weren't giving us a cause of death. You know, really the police put our life in jeopardy because they interviewed them twice before they even interviewed my wife. And so we never knew what was going on. And know what I'm saying? We had to kick back and peep game basically. And they wasn't telling us everything the detective was asking them. They was withholding information. So we wouldn't figure things out as quickly as we was. But the way Malia went to Dallas and had the funeral out there and all that, you know, those are the things that you know, that opened up my wife's eyes. Like maybe they did do it. That's why that happened like that, because they know something that they not telling us. Know what I'm saying? And I don't
Never
think
heard of nobody going to go get their baby, like, you know, when they're in a funeral home, especially with them being that young. Like, as soon as, even like if, like, okay, for instance, when my brother passed away, the first thing I did or my family did was rush to the funeral home, like, after, you know, it's all said and done. I've never heard of a parent not wanting to go and claim the body of their child. Like, that just baffled me a little bit.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like I say, they were perpetrating. Simone, I still got the paperwork right now. I can show you. I also can show y'all something else y'all probably might want to see. is because when we did the balloon release, we all signed, we all wrote something for Malia on the poster. You know, we have that poster here still. It's right here in my house. We gonna keep it forever. Uh, but she has the paperwork. She started, but I believe that she didn't finish it on purpose because she didn't want to go to that funeral.
Yeah, see, that's wrong. And then, okay, I have one more question for you. So when they were, well, I have one more. Okay, yeah, when they were on the news, and so you know how you guys been around Trevion and Simone before, especially like I'm pretty sure since that is your wife's son.
Yeah.
Did their like way of acting on the news and everything like make you? What was you thinking? Like, what was going through your mind when he was acting like that? Because when I was watching it, it just looked like everybody surrounding them was just like, "Oh, you guys are acting like a whole bunch of crap." Like, I don't know, it just was weird.
Okay. Now, when I watched the video, okay, I could see that, but I wasn't that close to him. I wasn't that he was kind of, so I couldn't see. I could see his expressions, but I couldn't see, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't close enough to evaluate was he faking or not. And you got to realize that we just found a little girl. We just found out that Malia, that it was her, because we didn't know it was Malia at first. Know what I'm saying?
Wasn't he acting like that, like on the first interview before they even found the body? I know that because when they found the body, what was weird to me was what I thought was like, oh, they was thinking maybe they was caught because they found the body so soon, since they did put the body away the day prior. I just don't understand, like, if they was with everyone or with the detectives, when did they really have time to do all that? That's just, I don't know. It's just, I have a lot of questions. Sorry, guys.
Originally, this is I kind of wanted to believe that they didn't do it because Malia was found in Second Ward. Now Trevion has a third ward background, so when I disclosed the location, because like I said, sorry if I'm saying her name wrong, but Taisha Walker, what's her name? Taisha Walker. She called my phone and she said, we got a hit on Twitter that HPD has found a 2-year-old girl, and instantly I'm fighting back tears, just so I couldn't even, I could barely talk, I'm like, hey, they probably wasn't totally understanding what I was. They probably wasn't even totally understanding what I'm saying, but I developed the enough strength to get it all out, like, and that surprised me. I done been through a lot, I done seen a lot, but even man, this situation brought out emotions in me. That I haven't been in touch with in a while.
Well, yeah, because even like just imagine, like, what I can only imagine what you guys going through knowing her, but like just think too, like the world don't even know her, and like what you even me talking to you right now, like my heart is just literally like broke and literally beating really fast. So I can only imagine like what you guys who's like trying to support people who are doing all these crazy things. I can only imagine that. But my last question is, and I'm also get off, is whatever happened to the phone, and why was the house like not furnished? Like, what happened to the furniture in the house? Was that supposed to be the studio where the people broke into? Because it just seemed like they had multiple rooms in there.
That was the 2 bedroom.
So why was he making it seem like people broke into the studio then when that was the house that they?
Man, I don't know. I mean, when she came up missing, I said, did y'all check the other apartment they moved from? You know, maybe
Right.
she walked over there. You know, but I mean, they knew where she was. They wasn't. They wasn't. They wasn't really. They wasn't trying to look for her. They didn't.
Was the baby in the closet that whole entire time they were saying she was missing?
No, they from. I mean, okay, from the facts that I got and from what I seen and from what I know, she couldn't have been in that closet because my wife went in the house. But my wife didn't go. I don't think my wife went in the back. I think she might have, but not all the way. I think she might have. Yeah, no. Matter of fact, my wife say when she went in the house, when they called her and told her that she was missing, when she went, she said that what was strange was Trevion and Simone was in Malia's bed, hugged up. You know what I'm saying? They were, instead of being in their bed, maybe because there was blood on that bed. They did get blood from the bed from a towel, and the police asked.
Hold on. Where did this blood? There was blood already in the apartment on the bed in a towel.
Yeah, there was blood in the apartment. And see, this we didn't know. We didn't know until they questioned my wife. But Simone did disclose that they found, but see, they were downplaying it. Know what I'm saying? Simone said they found a little blood. That's when my wife, she would get on them. She like, a little blood, a little. Where was the blood at, Simone? What? Know what I'm saying? So they were down. They were down.
Blood. How could she get the blood if you guys didn't do anything? That just, I really want to go to. Where are you guys from? Texas? I want to go down there right now and literally fight her. I'm so sorry. Like, oh, God.
Wow.
Hey, she
We
gonna have
haven't even heard nothing about any blood on anything.
Yeah, it ain't no you guys. It's Trevion and Simone. Like we don't. Yeah.
No, not. I mean, like, where are you guys from? Like, you guys live in Texas, right?
Yeah, we live in Houston on the southwest side, A-Leaf.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, I just want to come down there and literally beat that girl up because we're about the same size. And I feel like I sympathize with your wife because I can't have children either. And I see it here and I watch all these kids getting killed by their parents. And it's just like, oh my God, are you guys like really that sick? There's people out here who can't have children and you guys are killing your kids. And then, excuse my language, but this B want to get on, whatever. But when she gets arrested, you want to be smiling in your buckshot. Like, people don't feel like, what? Oh my God.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let somebody else get up and ask questions. Thank you for answering my questions, and I'm so sorry for you guys' loss, and I'm sorry that you guys had to deal with some psychopaths like that because I don't know how I would be able to handle it.
Yes.
You would never know. It's crazy people all over the world that has crazy objectives, and some people are really good at hiding things. You know what I'm saying? So it's a wake up call to everybody. If you're a woman out there and you getting beat up by your dude, he putting hands on you. I mean, it is something to make you think. You need to better options. You need to change some up.
Right, but when you're a woman, you have to be strong enough to know, like, okay, I'm being abused and I have a child, especially at a young age like that, and that isn't his biological child. I wouldn't even want to put my child in that type of environment, especially knowing, like, okay, I've been with him and he's been putting his hands on me. And then, like you said, since they was at you guys' house, even after the fact that the baby was gone, you're still putting, hands. So that would have been my way to be like, I need to get the heck up out of here or leave him alone. And especially since he didn't have a job, he couldn't fend for himself. So he would have been either kicked out or somewhere. But Okay, I'm gonna let somebody else get on here. Thank you guys again.
All right, thank
He,
you for calling in
he,
with those nice questions.
he,
I liked
he,
it, those
he
questions.
gone, he
Absolutely.
gone, but we try to do the godly thing first, try to sometimes you just try to do better by yourself and by others, and and that's all it was. But I knew I had my own mixed I had my own feelings and emotions, and I just wait I just waited till I told my wife, I say, okay, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt until two things, that the autopsy come and you talk to him, because once my wife talk to him, she gonna tell me everything. Know
All
what I'm
right.
saying? She gonna let me know. And when she went to talk to him, uh, she seen the pictures. Trevion didn't look at the pictures, and
Mm,
that's something that upsetted me right there. Like, what I'm saying? And he disclosed with us that they showed him pictures. And when he mentioned that they showed him the pictures, uh, that he didn't look at them, and he made a statement like, "I know what y'all trying to do."
right.
I mean, that looked guilty right there. What you mean? What they trying to do? If somebody murdered your child, you gonna want to see what happened. It's gonna break you to pieces. But if you want to figure out what happened, what how she was abused, was she molested, you gonna look at them pictures.
Right.
Unless you're guilty.
Right. Okay. Let's get some more calls in here because people's calling in. Hold on. Okay. Your call? Hello, this is SP.
Yes, this is Maria from Ohio.
Hey, Maria.
I was just wondering, was that marked down that they found blood?
What did you say, Tal?
Was what now?
Was it reported that they found the blood?
Yeah, the police found the blood, did forensics, and it came back to be Malia's blood.
Oh, my
Um,
goodness.
just to give you
Mm,
insight, when they questioned Simone, they said the police asked Simone, um, and this is Simone telling me when she came back from from the first interrogation, which I'm not gonna call an interrogation, but when they questioned them the first time, the same day they reported her missing. When they now they took I think they took Trevion first. I forget,
okay,
but
hold on. Hold on. Roshan, hold on.
when
We need our thumbs up, you guys. Okay. Gloria, I'm gonna make sure you get in there. Don't worry if I have to call you myself. We need those thumbs up, because we're rocking this tonight.
Okay.
Hold on, caller. Don't move. So we needed, what was the number count? 760. If you guys came in here without giving a thumbs up, please go out, give a thumbs up so we can continue with this interview. We have to keep a certain amount because we've got 906 in the house, you guys. Give those thumbs up. I think we need like 5 more in their house. We've been rocking it for a while and I've been letting it go. No worry, we in here for the night.
I mean, I could mainly give y'all insight. I mean, you got questions. The questions you want to ask me are like during the time frame when she was reported missing, um, because they were at my house.
Right.
They were living with me, so
Oh,
stuff like that. And I know things of what they said to the police and stuff like that.
that's
So
okay. You okay? Go ahead, caller.
Okay, so did they ask them where the blood came from? Like, how did the
yeah,
blood from her get there?
I was finna give y'all insight on that because I don't think y'all know. Okay, so things that they things that they answers to the questions that the police asked them, you know, I know some of those answers to those questions because they confided within me and my wife. Simone basically told us that uh they found some blood on the towel, and but which is not some blood. It's a good amount. It's a good amount of blood. Know what I'm saying? It's not a little. But she told the police that when she's on her period, she walks around naked with a towel in between her legs. That was her response to that question. So, you know, those are like it's a lot. It was a lot of
Oh
red
my.
it was a lot of red flags. But
So,
once
so basically, Simone was saying it was her blood, but it was really Malia's blood.
yeah, basically yes, it was Malia's blood.
Oh wow.
Mm.
What kind of relationship did Simone have with her mom and dad? Where were they? Were they in the picture
I
ever,
think
or you
I
know?
never I never really see her mom. Her mom wasn't out here. Her mom stays in Arkansas. Like I said, you know, when they needed some, when they needed some food, when they they call us. They call me. They call my well, they don't call me. We don't communicate like that. They probably don't even have my number. But they call my wife, you know, and when they call her, you know, we got some money, we'll take it to them. We got some food, we'll take it to them. And I'm not saying that they were ever starving or not having food or not um taking care of Malia, because from me on the outside looking in, I was thinking they was doing a pretty good job. But that's why I'm trying to uh uh let y'all know, you know, that they had to be good at hiding things, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it could be something I don't know what, like what they did was savage. It ain't no I don't know if they devil worshippers or what, but I wouldn't be surprised or you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't and I'm not saying that they show signs of these things or nothing. I'm just using that as an example. It ain't a person could be Joe Osteen in front of you. He could be TD Jakes, but behind closed doors, they doing all type of tapping people on the foot in the restroom type. I know what I'm saying. It's a lot of sick people out there. I never thought that they would be those type of people. I never really seen that in them. You know,
Did they say anything about this baby being messed with in her private
no,
area?
sexually I have not. You know, that's what I was worried about. And you know, and he kept throwing out there sex trafficking and so that was the mind frame that I was you know like get ready because you might this might you know what I'm saying, and that was the only thing that really added up. Like, hey, she got took by a predator. You know, they had 500 predators in that area. Uh, when me and my wife when I pulled up to the scene, that was what I did. I went on my phone. I said, you know, because I was thinking maybe Simone seen uh you know, because I'm thinking as a parent, how could you not see somebody snatch her? Like, how could you be that far away or less observant of where your daughter playing that you didn't see? Know what I'm saying? So I'm showing her pictures, and then she was like, "No, I never seen them. I never seen them," and she was fake crying and shit. Then, know what I'm saying? Acting like she couldn't really answer questions, you know. But it was all shenanigans,
Okay.
cover up.
Mm.
Okay, them are all the questions I have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, SP.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Gloria, go ahead, call on in. I'm gonna wait on that phone call. We're waiting on it. And I seen she called in about 10 times. Let me just call her.
I gotta something I've been thinking about is like the grandma say she conversated with them every day. They
Mhm.
asked her, they asked her, um, do you believe that Trevion taught her her ABCs? I mean, I you know, I seen him doing his dadly, his dadly duties. Um, but I was like, wow, if she called him every day, you mean to tell me Simone never confided in her that Trevion was putting hands on her or anything like that? A lot of people probably think that we might know, or nah, we never seen nothing like that. We don't know. Now, my wife might have thought in the back of her head because he confided within her how he was treated in CPS. So she might have felt that he might had it in him because she was in a relationship with his father, and that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? He was abusive towards her. So, you know, those are the only you know, those are the thoughts that played in the back of her mind. But like I say, we never we never they wasn't around us like that. We wasn't around them like that to evaluate their life or to 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 even judge them like that. Know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
come kick it with us for 2 hours. We'll come kick it with them for 2 hours. And before the she was at my house like a week before she came up missing. Um, they had left and went back to their house, and that's when she came up missing.
Yeah. Gloria, go
And
ahead.
Hello, SPN family.
Hey.
how you
I
doing?
want to say thank you, Mr. Sir, for showing up. I didn't get your name. I'm not good with names.
You can just call me. Fine.
Mr. Roy
It's,
Sean.
it's Roy Sean. My dad named Roy. My mom added on the Sean, but y'all can say
Roy
Sean.
Roy Sean.
Miss SP, I want to say once and again, excellent job.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent job. But when y'all went to her house to visit her 10 times, you said, was any furniture in the house? Did they have any
Yeah,
stability for?
yeah. I had flash screen. I got a flash screen, a PlayStation, two controllers, the headset. Uh, I mean that's why I'm saying like you wouldn't have if you would have just met him, you would have never thought. I mean, if you look at the interview with Simone and when she went to college, the Caucasian lady, the young lady, her friend. I mean,
Yes.
I think you would have known more. I think you would have known more if you knew Simone. If you knew Simone and grew up with her, and you know her from the past, and you seen the new Simone, then I think you would have like, okay, she changed. Know what I'm saying?
Did you
But
see the apartment that? Did you see the apartment that the neighbors went through?
okay, the 2 bedroom apartment, I went in that apartment. I went in there when I pulled up to the scene.
Okay. Oh, he just
I'm back.
go ahead.
Okay. When they were talking about she was missing, I went in that apartment. I noticed it was like the floor was like dirty, like maybe it was from the dirt or something. But there was dirt. There was dirt on the floor. I noticed dirt on the floor. Now the apartment to me, I think a lot of people Like I think they was bashing a little too tough about the apartment. Me, I would have had it cleaner. I would have had it, but I'm older than him. They 20. I mean, what you expect? But I never went in this refrigerator. When I went there, I didn't go in this refrigerator. I respect people's house. I ain't going in the refrigerator, and I didn't go in his room. And me and Trevion, like we not really cool like that. Know what I'm saying? Because we had tension before.
Can I ask you a respectful question?
Go ahead. Hey, you can ask me anything. I don't have nothing to hide.
Because black don't crack, but we will swell up. You heard me? you and Trevion are age that much different?
Yeah, I'm 38. Trevion was 21. I'm 38.
Okay. Good looking for 28.
Thank you.
So I just want to say thank you for showing up, and thank you, Miss SP, once again. Excellent, dynamite.
All right, thank you.
You will get a man.
I just wanted to give y'all.
But I will say this, that while women have alibis and we question this and question that, I don't think a whole lot of us men is going to fabricate. So I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, I just wanted to give y'all insight so y'all know who to ask questions, what type of questions to ask. I mean, this situation might can help you. It's crazy that something crazy has to happen for.
You're doing a good job. I'm appreciating it. I'm listening to it. Once again, SP, my cell phone went dead. I had to plug it up.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm plugging stuff up too. And my husband done text me and said, "Hey, am I gonna eat?" I said, "Hey, baby, hold on."
This is the only interview I've done. I'm not no camera type person. I'm not no clout chaser, But certain people were saying some things like to my wife, like, and it kind of pissed me off, and I felt. But I'm not gonna be mad at y'all. Y'all just misinformed, or you opinionated. You feel some type of way, and you don't know all the facts. So I felt like, okay, let me come on here and at least get these people a better insight of what of what's going on.
That's okay.
I personally appreciate that. You doing a good job.
Okay.
You're doing a good job. We're not here to bash. We just want to hear your side of the story.
Yeah.
And I think I speak for all of us.
Yeah. I tell you what. I do got to go upstairs and cook.
I know, right? That's wrong.
But you know what?
What you cooking?
I'm gonna cook some pork chops. I love the pork chops. My husband loved the pork chops. We were supposed to have Taco Tuesday, but I ended up buying some shells from Dollar Tree, and I'll never do that again. Do not buy no shells from Dollar Tree. You can buy some stuff, but you can't buy no taco shells. So we don't want tacos. We're gonna have some pork chops and some potatoes and onions. I appreciate him coming on too, and he, just sometimes sometimes we want to get it in an hour, and we started now to open it up for longer times, and then so that now, even in this last couple of hours, I'm just now getting what I've been wanting.
New information, like she walking around with a towel.
She walking around with a towel on. There was blood. We didn't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
And the dove didn't fall out. They picked up that scent off of him. Really?
Yeah.
When my wife went downtown, she never went downtown to be investigated or anything. She only they went to like a regular investigation or whatever, but she was never like involved in anything. So I don't nobody say that, but we were waiting. That's what I was waiting on, because I knew I was gonna get the truth, She
Right.
disclosed to me about the picture, and she disclosed other things that the detective told her. Now she couldn't come back here and let these people know what she knew, and she couldn't like even like let them realize that she knew, but they were questioned twice. My wife only went down there one time, so I know they knew once she went down there that okay, the jig is up. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when they the grandma, the Simone mom, I think she did help and assist or whatever. She tried to get a confession out of Simone. Simone wouldn't give her a confession. When they I think she was working with them tough because when they went down there, she was already down there.
Right. They,
Simone mom,
if they had, if there was a lot of blood in her bedroom and it became that baby's blood, and a lot of people think it takes a long time, a couple of weeks or a week. No, they knew instantly
they
that was that
knew.
baby's blood, and so they're just that's why do um we're gonna
Before
have a part two to this.
Okay, before now, if you look online, it's a dude that you see on the side of their apartments. It's some big it's a shopping center right there. So,
Mm,
it was a dude online. He said, "Look, I want y'all to look. This camera right here, this
right,
camera here points directly to Malia's apartment."
I was going
right.
to answer that question. Did you see
That
the
was
video? Did anybody see the video? Did you Mr. So and so? I told you I'm really bad with.
his
Did you
name
see
is
the video,
Roy Sean.
Mr. Roy?
You
Did
can
you see the
you,
video with
you
him?
can say, "Oh, what video? What video?
Say it one more time, please.
What video you talking about? Because it's
The video of him dumping something in the
no,
the
no,
storm
no,
drain.
no. That's the video that I want to see, and they say that Simone's not in that video. Now, from like I was telling y'all when they was talking about doing that scams, I don't know what type because I don't care about that. You know, it's not my cup of tea. Simone was very, she was down 10 toes. She was dedicated. I could tell by the way, you know, her actions, she was
You think she
motivated.
was scared of him? You think she was scared of him because he was bigger and more aggressive?
Man, when I look at him and when I don't see like I know Simone's small, but he don't seem scary to me. So, but I mean, now this okay, Simone, you got to think Simone. I think Simone is lame. I think Simone is not street smart at all, and I
Right.
think that's what. Know what I'm saying? I think she probably came from a pretty good upbringing. I don't think she lived in the projects. I don't think she was in the streets. Know what I'm saying? Um, they say she was going to college with cosmetology. So uh her and Trevion me hook up, good girl gone bad, I guess. I mean, but I don't think she just a good girl though, because she with the shenanigans. You know what I'm saying?
I
Whatever
understand
you
that. But we look at our
whatever,
pictures when we saw her pictures from the when she was like, keep an eye on your baby because she just looked like. I mean, she's only going for that. And I'm talking to the women, not even the men, with all due respect. But when you look at that picture with her picture at the jail, she got this like complexion on her face, like she looked like she
yeah.
really could be pregnant.
That's why, bro, she took a pregnancy test here. In my
Mhm.
mind, I'm like, huh?
She looked a whole lot lighter. So if you look at her picture from when she took that interview, when she was like, look out for your kids, because I can't believe nobody looking at my daughter, or they snatched her up that quick. But then when you see her at her jail profile, her face look a whole lot brighter.
At booking, she was smiling. If you're being arrested if you're being accused of murdering your own child, why would you be smiling at the booking?
I understand that. I get all of that. But at the same time, I'm looking at it like she finally getting her demons behind her. You understand what I'm saying? Like she get ready to confess, and she wants to do more stuff.
Do you think she played a part in the beating of Malia? That's hard for you to
say. I cannot say that because drugs will hinder you in a whole lot of many ways.
All I seen Simone smoke was weed. She's skinny now. What people do in the privacy of their own home, I don't know, and I don't be in people's business because I got a life. I got to pay bills. I got 6 kids. You know, it's COVID-19. I got a lot that I got to deal with, so it's hard for me to focus on or even pay attention to other people's problems because
I understand that. But while we was going through this COVID-19, no evictions was taken occurred, no gas and electric was turned off. Everybody was in a standstill.
Exactly. So why would you beat your daughter? Like I said, she could have.
Why would our gas and electric be turned off while we in the middle of a pandemic that's nationwide?
Bro, she could have brought Malia here. If you calling us for money and we giving it to you, your mama bought my wife bought Trevion an iPhone. I mean, come on, bro. If we trying to help you better yourself, help yourself, then why wouldn't you call us? That's why I say maybe this was a regular thing. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they read a book or something and got turned on. I don't know because I never seen.
Maybe they want to just be in. Not by themselves, just with family.
What did you say?
Family they can attend to.
What did she say?
I don't know.
Maybe they just want to be not isolated. They just want to be in the midst of
isolate themselves. If it's a group of people around, they gonna move around. They gonna go duck off, and it's gonna be her and Simone.
I'm trying to see.
Well, at the end of the day, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up and sharing your truth.
All right, thank you.
And I want to say thank you, SP, for having this channel.
All righty.
Where everybody can share in.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll be in touch.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Roy Sean.
Everybody knows SP, don't nobody know.
Thank you. I'm gonna revisit this whole conversation.
Yeah. We're gonna have to area because my husband done already told me. So I got one more question. Though. All right. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Hey, we're gonna probably have a part 2, you guys, because you guys, there might be more to this if we just sit down and just conversate. So just be thinking about that. But there's a question that Latasha says. She says he said the video was directly facing the door. Okay, you were talking about we need to talk about that before we leave. John Mars Dean pointed the camera that was right across the street from that. Did that catch anything?
Oh, well, I don't know. Nah, it can't be across the street. It's okay. It's the apartments, and then it's a fence, and on the other side of that fence, it's the back. It's the back side of that the little shopping center right there.
Right.
So I don't know exactly what camera they found. They seen Trevion, and Uh, uh, but Simone, I don't think Simone is not in the video. So Simone, she got away with that. Know what I'm saying? The only
Mhm.
reason Trevion, y'all got me saying his name wrong. The only reason Trevion is confessed is because they showed him that video. That's the
Oh,
only reason. When
oh
they
wow.
showed him, when they showed him that video, that's what made him, you know, blame it on Simone. I'm pretty sure Simone played a part in it because it's her daughter.
Right.
It's her apartment. She paid rent.
You're right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Roshan, for coming on. We're gonna get off here. I'm gonna have to go fix some supper before my husband come down here, and then I won't
Mhm.
be on for a while. Um, I'll contact you, and we might be trying to do a part two. Will
Okay.
you be okay with that? If everybody wants to hear some more of what's going on, is there anything else that you want to share with us?
The only thing else I can share, but it's gonna be a part two, so I can't share it with you.
Oh,
but but
okay.
the like, you know, as far as the the investigation, the what was said at the when they was questioned, you know, what they disclosed with me and my wife. I can share things like that. Um, while they was here, you know, my wife had conversations with them about how they was raised, and Trevion disclosed what happened to him, you know, which is
Right.
basically the same thing that they did to Malia. So, like, it all points at Trevion, but from knowing Simone's character, I'm pretty sure she played. And then, you know, I mean, it's a possibility that what Trevion is claiming could be true. What
Yeah.
if it was Simone? I mean, why would you just let somebody murder your child
Hmm.
and then you go to rehab? Y'all done murdered you. Y'all done both murdered a little kid. Now
Yeah.
y'all done made a decision to keep to hide a secret, a crime that y'all didn't commit. So if y'all 10 toes down like that, why would you separate and go to a rehab? Know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
Maybe the guilt got to her, or know what I'm saying? Like I say, she was throwing up. I asked her, you pregnant?
Uh-oh. We are stuck. Okay, you guys. We could go on and on, but you guys, wow. I think this is freezing over here too. Let me make sure.